your position is that your child was taken from you without your consent.
It's not my position, that's a fact. I never gave up my parental rights. I never signed away my parental rights to her. I did everything my case plan asked me to. I did more than one parenting class, which I was only required to do one. I took every pill that they forced me to take. I did every therapy session that they wanted me to do. I was making honor roll in every single high school that they put me at, and they were switching up my foster homes. I mean, I was in group home, foster home, and trying to juggle this. And on top of it, I had a part-time job at Baja Fresh.
And they separated us all.
And
they immediately separated us all
they
and would not allow us to see each other.
I couldn't see my mother, I couldn't see my sister, and I couldn't see my daughter. And they were my entire life. All I wanted, you know, I'm so nerdy. All I would do is I would sneak and try to call my mom to make sure that she was okay, just so I could talk to her. Usually kids try to sneak off, go with their boyfriends. I just wanted my mom. I wanted my sister. I wanted my family back. All I wanted was Evelyn. I wanted to be her mother. And I'm not a druggie. I'm not a smoker. I'm not anything like that. I was just a kid. And I did everything they asked me to do, and they said, yeah, and they even say in the report, she's done everything we've told her, but she's too anxious, and she's too depressed, so she can't have her baby.
And they stated in there that Olivia would never be able to lead a normal life or care for children because she had too many mental health issues. And they diagnosed her 10 things.
Even caffeine addiction was in my list of diagnoses. And
how do you diagnose a
apparently, don't go to
16-year-old?
Starbucks, guys. It's caffeine addiction. Just,
Well, I mean, you were, you know, she was 10 diagnoses out of the DSM for a 16-year-old. And then they diagnosed me. The woman who did had never even met me or talked to me. And she's writing in the reports for the court about me. She is way too volatile, unstable. The woman never had a conversation with me. How do you diagnose someone you've never even talked to?
During this time, I would go to my court hearings and I would meet with the attorney. I would meet with the social workers. And, you know, what was very hard about this is I was not just a foster child. I was a foster child fighting for a foster child. So every move I made was documented. And if I made a mistake, if I cried too much, if I cried too little, if I said one thing, if I didn't say anything, it was marked down, it was used against me.
And they have a way of Dr. Phil, they have a way of twisting the truth.
And not only that, but they're like, oh, she wants to see her mom. She's clearly volatile. They're trying to kidnap the baby, which I have never, ever
Well, they
tried to
said
do.
from get-go, I was a danger to my children and my granddaughter because they said I would potentially kidnap them. There was no indication of that. As a matter of fact, when LAPD grabbed Olivia and the baby, the caseworker called me and said, Julia, we need you to go to Phoebe's school and pick her up and bring her into foster care. And I had to do that. And I had to go to my 12-year-old daughter's middle school, and I took her to Burger King and sat her down and said, honey, I'm sorry you have to go back into foster care. And she was like, started crying hysterically. She was a cheerleader. I was the cheerleading squad coach.
She was my squad mom.
For all of the cheerleaders. Maybe I was poor, maybe I was homeless, but you know what? I was still a loving mother. I loved my kids, and we were going to get on our feet. You know what they could have done? They could have helped us. But instead, they ripped us apart. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So, Phoebe, they put you in a felony home, correct?
Well, at first I was in a few foster homes. I just bounced around quite a bit. And I was given a casa. And she just fell in love with me. And she decided to become my foster mom.
And was forbidden to see me. That was one of the terms. She could
I
have
was
zero
not allowed
contact
either.
with me, zero contact with her sister, zero contact with her niece. And I just want to say, when Evelyn was born, you all saw the picture. We were there. She cut the cord. I saw that baby take its first breath of life, so did she. And we may have been poor, but you look at the pictures, we had love. We all loved each other. It was like divide and conquer was what I felt. Split them all up, isolate them, don't let them talk to their mother. This is a child who needed their mother. I was their strength.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.